Hello community, welcome back to another Barcelona news video. We are back with another one covering up the latest Barcelona news in the past 24 hours. And yeah, without further ado, let's discuss the news regarding Barcelona. And let's begin with the first news regarding Ivan Endika, and this news is coming from Mundo Deportivo, Gabriel Sanz. Barcelona have positive reports on Ivan Endika and he fits in the profile the club wants. But many other clubs like Liverpool, PSG, Juventus, Milan, Inter, Betis and Sevilla are also interested. Barcelona don't want to enter into bidding wars. So Ivan Endika was the player, like I mentioned in the previous video, who I wanted Barcelona to go for. He is quality. He would be a very solid option of bench. But Barcelona went for Inigo Martinez. They're very close to agreement with them. I think verbal agreement is very much close. So it's pretty much like a here we go soon for Inigo Martinez. And I was pretty upset about it because Endika would be really quality. But I think at the same time, Inigo Martinez is not really that of a bad option. He's decent. And of course, like how it's mentioned in the report, that there will be bidding war for, of course, Endika. So yeah, he's going to be a free agent like Inigo Martinez. But the difference is that, some other clubs like Liverpool, Inter, even PSG might get their cash out. They're going to provide some insane commission fees and all to Endika and his agent, which would be tempting for them. So we cannot do that. We don't have the finance. So I do understand as to why we couldn't go for it. But let's see what happens about this. There hasn't been any really strong link between Endika and Barcelona. So I think this is just a random, or not a random, but a regular link that Barcelona has, but nothing too concrete. So let's see what happens. But I think Inigo to Barcelona is gonna be possible. And let's talk about the next news, and this is regarding Ansu Fati. This news again from Mundo Deportivo, Xavi Munoz. There is a dilemma at Barcelona regarding Ansu Fati. Some at the club are in favor of his sale since he's not an important player for Xavi currently and his sale would largely help the finances. Moreover, his salary is on the medium to high range. Some are in favor of a loan which will allow him to gain confidence with more minutes or to revalue himself for a hypothetical sale next year. Xavi is confident in his quality and considers that he can grow more, but the reality is that he's prioritizing Rafinha and also Ferran Torres as substitutes for Dembele, despite Fati's physical level being similar to that before his serious knee injury. The use of four midfielders doesn't help Fati either. So, of course, there are two perspectives, between the Barcelona board, what they're thinking about what to do about Ansu Fati, and there's one side that thinks he should be sold. Reasons are somewhat reasonable. I do see it. His salary is on medium to high range, so it can be pretty good for us in terms of wage bill. We can do pretty much good in terms of saving the money from wage bill. We could even get some income from his sale. And others think that we should probably loan him out, which could give him more confidence, more minutes, etc. And maybe even an increased value. And you know what? In my opinion, I think loaning him out would be the best move for Barca. I really think that, because I think he has quality, he has high ceiling. His role in Barcelona right now is really undefined at the moment. I think right now Barcelona, for what they want from their wingers, he can't provide that. Like, he's a little bit different type of player. He could maybe become a centre forward, they can a false nine maybe. But the wingers that Xavi wants, the person to have those creativity, that playmaking, good crossing, invert very well and stuff. Fati, just at the moment, he's not really up there. So I think loaning him out would be the best. But of course, there was some reports before I read that Jorge Mendes doesn't want Ansu to get loaned out. He believes that he can still have some minutes in Barcelona, which might be a problem. If in case Jorge Mendes doesn't want it, it will be a problem if Ansu doesn't get loaned out. But in my opinion, I think that's the best move, getting him some confidence, some minutes, and of course, maybe even an increased sale amount for the next year. Right now, I think Ansu is valued around 30 million, 35 million, something around like that. And let's say next year he goes on a loan, he does amazing in the club that he goes to. It would absolutely increase his price, as well as, it would be good for us also. We can have an extra good option. But I don't think so selling him would be the best choice right now. I think we should have some confidence in him. Let's get him the loan and let's see how well he does. And then next year we could decide about selling him or not. That's my thoughts. Let me know from you guys, what do you guys think about this Ansu Fati situation? Now let's talk about the next news regarding Bartomeu and Negreira case. So this report is coming from Cope. They said Bartomeu is calm regarding the Negreira case because his lawyers tell him clearly that there is no crime. He proposed Juan Laporta to hold a joint press conference with Reina, Gaspard and Rosell, but Laporta has not responded to it. And of course, I don't care about him either. And I still respect Laporta for not responding to him, because this guy, Bartomeu, has absolutely destroyed our club. I have no respect, no love for him. I do not care as to what happens to him. If he gets jail, I don't give a shit. Absolutely, it's perfect that Laporta just did not respond to him. Why he has to, like, this guy doesn't deserve to be anywhere close to our club. He gets jail, you know what, fair enough, go away, get some jail. Like, I know some people may not like this, but the things that he has done towards the club, I just absolutely hate him. I absolutely hate him from the depths of my heart. I think many of you guys do as well. So yeah, I just don't care as to what happens with him. But yeah, apparently he's feeling confident. The lawyers tell him there's no crime. I guess that's a little bit more positive for us, that we really haven't paid referees and, and all that stuff. It's already confirmed, like in the previous video as well, I mentioned the huge reports that it's already clear that we didn't pay referees. Like, it's just the Tebas, and of course UEFA and all, they're trying to put some agenda on us, propaganda to, just get Barcelona with that lower reputation. But of course, we are Barcelona. We have Laporta absolutely chilling. So yeah, right now, Bartomeu is calm about the Negreira case. Now let's talk about the next news coming from Javi Miguel. It's regarding Jordi Alba. The club will meet with Jordi Alba and ask him to take a pay cut. If he does not agree to lower the salary, he will be asked to leave the club. In the worst case, a contract termination is not ruled out either. He continues, following Jordi Alba, Barca will attempt to discuss salary reductions with Frenkie de Jong and Ter Stegen. They will exercise caution, though, as they are aware that both players are crucial to Xavi's project. And I think this is absolutely spot on. Like, if you have seen from Sergio Busquets, he's mostly confirmed to take a new contract, a reduced salary. Absolutely brilliant, and I'm absolutely fine with that. Of course, we need much more reductions, and such we need as well from Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba has to take a salary reduction no matter what, and well, if he doesn't take, I mean, yeah, I guess contract termination. But like, we'll see what happens though. Like, hopefully Jordi Alba will take it. He knows what the club is going through, and of course, the big return of Lionel Messi really depends on Jordi Alba's salary reduction. If he does it, Messi's chances increases higher. His return increases higher. So let's see what happens. And of course, the salary reductions are going to be discussed with, of course, with Frenkie de Jong and Ter Stegen as well, which I guess, okay, I see the point. Of course, they both as well are earning quite a lot. Frenkie de Jong saga, we have seen it before, before as well. Laporta and the board tried to have him reduce his salary. I think it was last summer, and there was a big saga going around that. And yeah, so let's see what happens. Maybe things might change this time. Frenkie de Jong is balling. He's loving Barcelona, as well as same goes for Ter Stegen. So I hope they will understand the club situation and they will take the right steps as well. Now let's talk about the next news, and this is some interviews. So there was one interview for Juan Laporta. He had some words regarding Lionel Messi. Messi knows that Barca doors are open. We will see. I have to find a way to improve the relationship between Messi and Barcelona. On Messi's exit, he said, "The legacy that I found when I became president was not good at all, and I had to make a decision with which I'm not satisfied." This was reported by Juan Martí. And another interview came for Ronaldinho at a Marca event in Malaga. He said, "I'm a friend of Messi. I'm very happy for him. It is very happy to see friends conquering dreams. That makes me happy. I am his friend. For me, the best is Messi. He continues. I would like to see him happy. It does not matter where he is. After all the history he has had with Barcelona, it would be nice if he could end his career there. So of course, everybody wants, even the president himself has said Messi should return. Ronaldinho thinks Messi should return. It's absolutely going to be brilliant. And of course, the discussion is still going to be there. The big discussion as to, is it really going to be the best choice for Messi to return? There's many pros, many cons. But yeah, I think in my opinion, I still believe in the pros that Messi returning would be absolutely brilliant for us. But of course, let me know from you guys as well, what do you guys think about this situation, whether Lionel Messi should or should not return to Barcelona? Now let's talk about the next news, and this is regarding some transfers, some transfer targets that Barcelona have, of course, for the summer transfer window, starting off with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang coming from Mundo Deportivo. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is an alternative for Barcelona in case they are unable to sign Vitor Roque due to FFP. So of course, some of the striker options that we have for this summer is, of course, Vitor Roque, who Barcelona are having some chances over. And apparently there was like a report where Atletico was asking for 50 million or 40 million euros for 50% or 80% of Vitor Roque's rights. So maybe a loan option might not be feasible. I think Barcelona might have to get their cash book out and they have to absolutely pay for Vitor Roque. So in that case, if in case it's not possible, then Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is an option which I'm not too fussed about, but I think he should probably be the last choice for Barcelona. I think it's pretty much okay. If in case we don't get Roque, I think we still need a backup striker. And Aubameyang, as he came in Barcelona, he did brilliance for us. His role will be a bit different though. I think the role that Xavi wants from his striker, the final, the death playmaker near the final third, like Lewandowski. Lewandowski has that killer one pass instinct, in him near the final third. Aubameyang is really not that type of person. Like, he's more of a poacher. He can do pretty good for you in terms of like heading, in terms of like scoring, but in terms of playmaking, it's a little bit iffy about him. So that's why I'm not too sure about it. But let's see what happens. Barcelona are going to give their chances more, of course, towards Vitor Roque, and then we'll see about what happens. If it's not possible, then we still need a striker. So Aubameyang, so be it. Now let's talk about the next transfer target, which is Ilkay Gundogan. This is coming from Athletic. Barcelona are increasingly interested in signing Ilkay Gundogan to the extent that some involved in negotiations over his future believe that a move to Barca is now likely. And I so believe as well. I think Gundogan would be absolutely brilliant for Barcelona. I would absolutely love him. Everybody would love him. And the quality that he'll give us will be absolutely incredible. I think this signing has to happen. And of course, he's going to be a free agent as well, which is going to be much better. It's going to be much feasible, and salary wise as well, I've heard he's not going to take much salary, so that's also going to be brilliant. So yeah, this signing has to be done deal for Barcelona. Now talking about another transfer target, this is Dedic. So according to some reports in the Bosnian media, Barcelona scouts were in Zenica on Thursday to watch 20-year-old right back Amar Dedic during Bosnia and Herzegovina's match against Iceland. He currently plays for RB Salzburg, and we will wait for further confirmation. So apparently Barcelona do want to see about some right back options. They had some options like Juan Foyth was there, and of course Amar Dedic came, and Vanderson, who was very much like, there were a couple of links around him for Barcelona. So I thought maybe Vanderson could be the option that we'll go for. But apparently Amar Dedic is also now a new option that Barcelona wants to look out for. And let's see as to what happens. This kid, I've seen a little bit of highlights of him. I think, again, same like Vanderson, has room to grow. He's not really the best right now, the best option for us, but he of course can be feasible for us. So let's see as to what really happens, and we'll see as to how much more we will get linked around Dedic. Now next transfer target, this is more so of a loanee target, of course, Serginho Dest, the loanee who's going to return to Barcelona. And Matteo Morito said that AC Milan will not execute the purchase option to to sign Serginho Dest permanently. So he's going to return as the right back for Barcelona, which I'm kind of sad about because, again, do we need him? Absolutely not. It might be a little bit difficult for him to, get departed. But let's see, maybe there might be some clubs interested, maybe not permanently buying him. Again, maybe another loan move for him. Or maybe we could even think of him as being an option for us next season. Let's see what happens. I think, I don't know. I think with the current situation of the right back that we need, I'm not really in that favor of Serginho Dest, and of course Xavi doesn't really count on him. But if we have no other option, if he's not going to leave, we might as well believe in him. So I guess that's that then. Next report is coming for Mundo Deportivo, and they said the Brazil-Morocco friendly will be observed by a scout from Barcelona. Chadi Riyad, Easy Abde, Sofian Amrabat and Vitor Roque will all be monitored during the game. So some of the players that we have currently, like Chadi Riyad, and some of the targets that we have like Vitor Roque and Amrabat, they will be checked out in this match. Abde, how is his progress been in Osasuna? We'll see that as well. So yeah, it's just normal scouts doing the scouting job for Barcelona. Now next report is coming from Martinez Ferran, Mundo Deportivo, regarding Andreas Christensen. Barcelona consider Andreas Christensen as untouchable. He's already a part of the team's backbone and he's not for sale. For Barca, he's a top player who adapted perfectly and is only 26 years old. They don't want to weaken the squad, and absolutely spot on. Like, Andreas Christensen has probably been the signing of the season for us. Like, there has been many signings that we did in the summer, and most of them are getting into good form now. But Andreas Christensen from the first day has been absolutely brilliant, and of course it's absolutely amazing that Barcelona are gonna keep him as untouchable. It should be the case, and of course he is a very important centre back that could be a part for our future. However, we have a bad news regarding Andreas Christensen, and it is official from Barcelona that tests carried out on Saturday on Andreas Christensen, and they have shown that he has an injury to his left calf. He is unavailable for selection, and his recovery will determine his return. Next report regarding an update by Javi Miguel. Christensen will be out for 3 to 4 weeks. He will miss the second leg of Copa del Rey against Madrid. Fernando Polo also said the same thing. Christensen could be out of action for more than a month. And another report from Martinez Ferran and Roger Torello, they said Barcelona do not understand why the Danish national team forced Andreas Christensen. He was nursing a niggle a few weeks ago and played a lot recently, including last Sunday, and then was forced to play again 4 days later versus Finland. He lasted only 50 minutes and will now miss at least 3 weeks with a calf injury. Absolutely horrible news. International break once again striking on us, and I'm just frustrated, bro. Like, we have a similar situation with Araujo also. I think Araujo also went for international duty, if I'm not wrong, and he also got injured. And this is another one in injury for Barcelona, and it sucks, man. It absolutely sucks. Christensen, really, his quality is absolutely amazing, but he needs that rest. He needs some time off, and we just did not give them. The Danish team did not give them, and Christensen is injured now. He's going to miss the second leg, the important match against Madrid, Copa del Rey semi-final. Absolutely horrible news. But yeah, I mean, what else could we do? We just have to see as to what happens. Let's hope that he will recover well. Maybe if in case he'll be back by the Copa del Rey leg, maybe there might be some miracle. Hopefully, let's see as to what happens. But this is horrible news. Now let's talk about more injury updates regarding Frenkie de Jong. De Jong will be out for around 15 days with a hamstring injury. He is currently doubtful for El Clasico, but there is trust in his ability to recover. Frenkie de Jong did not go to the Netherlands national team. He stayed in Barcelona. Apparently Xavi did not want him to go, and unfortunately, even he has got an injury. He's out for 15 days, but there might be chances he might recover because we have a miracle from Ronald Araujo. It comes from Javi Miguel as well. Ronald Araujo is expected to be 100% ready for the match against Elche on 1st April. So Araujo actually got an injury as well from playing with the Uruguay national team, and apparently he was going to be out till El Clasico as well, but he recovered very well, very quickly, and he might actually be ready for the match against Elche. But at the moment, there were more reports that said that he might not start against Elche, but he will definitely start against Madrid, which is absolutely fine. It should be the case because Elche, we shouldn't really struggle with them that much, and I think Araujo needs this rest desperately. So it's pretty good to see he's recovered pretty well, and hopefully the same happens with De Jong and Christensen. Well, for De Jong there might be some optimism, but for Christensen, unfortunately, I think he will actually be completely out for the match against Madrid. So that's a really big bummer. But yeah, other than those, of course, there were more players that went for international duty. Koundé went for international duty, Lewandowski and Kessie as well. And all three of them thankfully didn't get injured. Koundé played the whole match. He didn't get injured in the match in which France won 4-0 against Netherlands. Then Lewandowski also played the match, entire match with Poland. He's also safe. Same goes for Kessie, who played with the Ivory Coast. So it's pretty good. They did not get injured. Again, Kessie, Ivory Coast has to play another match. So hopefully he will be fine. And now again, another two players that will be hopefully checked out for is Balde and Gavi. They will have their match with Spain, and hopefully they will be fine. I just hope. I just don't want any more injuries. But yeah, those are the injury updates. Those are the news regarding Barcelona in the past 24 hours. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and if you guys did, make sure to like, share, subscribe, keep that support going on. And yeah, I'll bring you guys with hopefully another news video soon. Until then, Forza Barca and peace.